Hello everyone, it's Jerry with Moss Ridge Farms. It's been a while since I visited with you, but we've got a lot of things going on. We've finally got some good weather, hot weather. We went straight from winter to summer, I guess. We didn't have much of a spring. It's been in the 90s here for the last 6-8 days or so. We did get good rain today, which I'm thrilled about. It means I don't have to water. But I'm going to take you around the garden and show you what's growing and how well things are going. We've got a few bales that I'm going to replant because things didn't pop out, but that's just a numbers thing. So sometimes you got to do that. But got a lot of stuff going on. Let me get started here. We'll turn this camera around, and I apologize ahead of time for the lack of great videos. There we go. But hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on here. The first row of bales that we're going to see has pumpkins in them. A couple different varieties. The first one is pumpkin trick or treat. We had 2 per bale. This bale did not produce. We've got one that's just trying to start there. This one looks fine, and the last bale and a half we planted white flat bower pumpkins, and 2 of the 3 came up there, so those are looking pretty good. On this row of bales we did tomatoes. Plants are looking pretty good. We were concerned about them for a while. Here's a little guy that's struggling, but hopefully he'll come around. This bale, this row has carrots and onions, and as you can see here, the carrots are starting to come up. These were like 21 day before they were going to sprout, so it's going to take a little longer on those. The onions, we've got some life showing here on some of those. And the last bale was radishes, and it looks like they're going to do pretty well. The row beyond is another row of tomatoes. We love tomatoes around here, so we have quite a few tomato plants planted. But these look really good. I'm not sure what happened to the markers. I thought we put markers on everything, but Cal Roby is in this bale and a half. And then we did some peppers, and these are not coming up yet. They're 21 days before they come up out of the ground. I see we do have one little sprout there that's coming up, so we're not giving up on these bales yet. They're just a little longer to mature. Another row of tomatoes. As you can see, they're doing well. This couple of bales, the first couple of bales, we have Swiss chard, 2 different kinds. There's mixed colors, and as you can see, they're starting to come up. This one is peppermint chard. They're a little slower, but they're coming up. Eggplants in the last 2 bales, and they're popping up and looking pretty good. You're going to see mushrooms throughout these bales. A lot of them will grow up 2, 3, 4 inches tall, and I've been just taking those out as we go. Mushrooms in your straw bales is a good thing. It means they're doing well. This is our green beans, a couple different varieties. They're doing well. Last year they did extremely well in our first attempt at straw bale gardening. Sugar snap peas we have going, and these I planted quite a few. Hopefully we'll be able to see here. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, about 24 plants in a bale. So we put them pretty close together, but last year we found out that they did well. We were able to harvest them without too much difficulty. This last bale was a different variety, and they seem to be doing well also. Cucumbers, Palace King in the first bale. We have Sweet Success in this bale. Lunchbox cucumbers in this bale. And pick a bushel in this bale. So they're doing well. Cucumbers are looking good. I'm just going to walk over here. On this fence row, I think it was 4 different varieties of sunflowers. And I'll just take a quick look down through here. These are doing well. I think I told you we got good rain today, so they'll be happy. The birds just loved them out here, and my wife and I enjoyed watching the birds as they had a good time with the sunflowers. This row, we've got 9 bales here with a variety of different kinds of melons, some watermelon, some cantaloupe, honeydew in the first bale, and all 4 of these look like they're doing all right. The next bale has honeydew, different variety. I can't see what that says. All 4 plants are up. These melons are Lambkin is the name of those. They're doing well. This bale, not so much. We've got 1 plant coming up there. This was watermelon, and I can't read the brand here. I think it was just like a little small individual melon. We're going to replant these. We've got 1 out of the 4 coming up. This is another watermelon, Picadoo seedless. So these are looking good. This bale again, it's kind of hit and miss on the melons. I've got nothing here, so we're going to we'll replant this one. It was watermelon Trix seedless. Next bale is a Crenshaw honey sack, some sort of melon. Looks pretty decent. This bale is a cantaloupe. Looks good. This one, 3 of the 4 look good, and we've got 1 that's trying to sprout there. I don't know if it's going to make it or not. And it was a Top Gun watermelon, it was called. Our sweet corn that we planted, as you can see, is looking good. We've got, I think I've got 3 different kinds planted here. They are all looking good. I've got room to do the 4th kind. We thought we'd wait a couple of weeks so we'd have a later harvest on some of those. These were the only plants that we planted. 3 pepper plants. 3, I think they're all the same variety, actually. This area, still haven't worked it yet. Not sure what we're going to put in here. This section is all beets, and they're starting to come up. I'll get down here a little bit closer, see if we can see. You can see with the red stems, that's the beets. And we had, I think, 3 different varieties of beets here. Try to stay out of the mud. Hopefully this is going to show up. But you can see there we've got quite a few coming up. This row of 12 bales, as hope you can see, they're doing well. This is quite a few varieties of squash. This first one is zucchini, and I planted 2, 4, 6, 8, I think 10 plants per bale on it. So we are going to have so much squash. Last year they did amazingly well. Here's another kind of squash, yellow early Pacific straight neck. They're looking good. This one was another squash, delicata. Looks good. A little over half came up. Actually, only 2 didn't make it. And this bale's doing extremely well. This one, as you can see, likes where it's at. It says winter squash. Sunshine is the name of it, and I hope I'm not too close for you. This is a honey baby squash. This one is Coco Zella, another squash. And this bale and a half has looks like Parthenon squash. And this last one is spaghetti squash. Actually, it's called Sugar Ready. And again, you can see the mushrooms here. We had a lot of these that grow up. Then you got your shorter ones there. Don't be concerned about them. When they got tall, I did pick them off. You can see here some of the mold and stuff that was on the mushrooms, so I didn't want them around the plant. So anytime I saw them getting tall, I picked them all off. So, but all in all, the straw bale garden is going well. Get this camera turned around here. What else is going on at Moss Ridge Farms? We got our pool. We put a pool in last year, and we had a gentleman come out and fill in around it, and the same gentleman is going to be building a deck for us, and he's going to start that sometime this week. He'll be out, so we'll keep posted on how that goes. Other than that, not a whole lot new at Moss Ridge Farms. We've got a lot of squash, not squash, gourds from last year. They've been hanging in the garage, so they're ready to do something with, and I'm going to try to work on a couple of those this evening and see what we can do. I am not an artist by any stretch of the imagination. My wife paints, and paints really well. I'm going to turn this camera around. We've got a bird here. I'm not sure what that is. We've got a lot of goldfinches here, but he's a little bit bigger, and I don't know if he's nested in one of these houses close by, but he's not too terribly concerned about me. Pretty little bird. I don't know what he is, but what's going on, little buddy? There he goes. I scared him off now, I think. I'm going to walk over to show you one more thing here. Sorry about this, but we planted more birdhouse gourds and some Zuffa sponges. I grew those in Indiana. I think I mentioned on a video before, and we're going to try those this year. They make excellent gifts. You can slice them up, and the sponges, you can use them for dishwashing or whatever. They last a long time. And I just tilled up another row here along this fence row. We've got a couple that are coming up. Here's one of the birdhouse gourds that's coming up. There's another one popping up through there, and they should be coming up. They should all start to pop up here pretty soon, hopefully, if we have good luck with them. I've got one loofah sponge that came up somewhere up here. Here he is, right here. So the loofah sponge is right there. Hopefully we're going to get some more plants. If we only have that one, it should produce plenty. And that's going to just about wrap up the video. Just give you a shot here behind the house, some of our land. A lot to keep up with, but I tell you what, driving home from work, I work in downtown Nashville, and traffic has just gotten crazy in Nashville. Nashville is growing like crazy, which means traffic's going to get worse as we go, but that's just part of it. But I tell you what, when you're driving home and you get a little closer to the farm and you know you're going to be home where it's nice and quiet and you don't have so much traffic, it's a great place to come home to. Hope you enjoy the video today. We'll keep you posted. We'll try to do another one in a week or so, show you the progress as we go. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends to subscribe if you don't mind. We'd love to have them on board, and hopefully they'll get something they can use. We've got a couple of friends. A nephew of mine is doing a straw bale garden this year, and a friend in Indiana sent me a couple pictures. They've got theirs up and running now, so we'll try to keep you posted on the ones that we know about and how everything's progressing. Thanks. Have a good day now.